shapeshifter. What else should I be? Please don't take off my mask, revealing dark. Right in front of me, that's where I found an empty glass, reflecting that's a truth. It's telling words not to be told. I need that mask. I'm a shapeshifter at this masquerade, heart in both face and mind, all free for you to draw. Chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. How to see me? Just a cage of bones. There's nothing inside. Will it unleash me, burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter. Have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
Hello, and welcome. Last time on our stream, we got interrupted by, probably, I don't know if it was DDoS. And I was like, fuck it, I got stuff to do. So, here we are. We gotta replay the cutscene because we got interrupted in a cutscene, which is fine, because I figured it'd be a nice reminder of what the hell we're doing. Couple things. I am a little sick. My symptoms started showing on the way home yesterday. I was really pissed off about it. I'm going to get through it though. We are going to finish patch 7.4 no matter what. We are about halfway through though. So. Alright. We were passing out energy drinks, I guess. And I have to turn this down. Alright. Oh my god, it's already so low in my ears. Between the three of us, I ought to have covered the area aside from Lummel's. Is that how you say his name? I don't know. One of the people I spoke with asked me to pass something along to him, but he hasn't returned yet. In the meantime, shall we discuss what we learned?
Fascinating. I appreciate your thoroughness in recounting the details. I too learned much, as I helped to treat the injured's wounds. The Malala's curative magics appear identical to Spheen's. This means that either her tutor was a Malala as well, or that the art had spread all throughout the Ninth. Then there are the symbols and tomes, which are highly reminiscent of Arcanima. If these elements indeed originated with the arcane geometries of the South Sea Isles, as in the source, 'tis curious that they have developed in so similar a manner on this shard.
So this references Scholar, because Scholar's quest line is all about helping the Lalafels who were turned into tomberries, and how their whole country was at war with another country, and so they were, military healers, scholars. And that's what it's talking about with arcane geometries, because Scholar and Summoner come from Arcanus. Both of them do. So it's really Arcanus, but that develops into Scholar, which is rooted in Lalafell lore. Summoner isn't, but you would still have to know Arcanus. So there's that. I don't know. Which I guess Arcanus would have... Arcanus is in Limsa Lominsa, so I guess the lore would be because the Southern Isles would definitely have, like, probably trading relations, because, ships and shit. Or are the Southern Isles part of Limsa, like, as a territory? I don't know. It's not very clear, in my opinion. At least I don't remember. There's a lot in this game. I will forget most of it. So... it would make sense it's in Limsa versus the other two. It wouldn't make sense in Gridania. That'd be weird. So.
Mind you don't share that with any other graduates of the Faculty of the Arcane, lest they beat you to publication.
Did you learn aught of note, Raha?
I spoke with one of Treno's storekeepers about how they obtain their supplies. Though they are few and far between, other settlements yet exist on the Mist Continent, with a rail system facilitating the flow of goods between them.
So this is the part that didn't make sense because, and I was discussing this with someone else, but they're not, like, playing the game anymore. But I was like, if we have a calamity, right, that means a shard was absorbed into the source. Theoretically, at least that's what we're told by Ascian sources, so who fucking knows, because, whatever. And so we had the Calamity of Lightning, which would be the ninth's calamity, right? Related. Right? Because what happens is a shard gets overfilled with an ether type, and it fills into the source, because they are connected, and then it kind of, like, causes, like, a pull, magnetic pull, I guess, and it gets absorbed or some shit. I don't know. They're gonna do it with the first, which is why you would have died, because the first is light, and light is stagnant, and everything was stagnant and bad, and whatever. But, and they fucked it up with the 13th, the Void. If it escalates too quickly, it won't. But the knife shouldn't exist, but it does, clearly. And it clearly has existed since Dawntrail because of living memory is in the knife. as we found out at the beginning of this patch. It's not very clear during Dawntrail. Hello. But I don't understand how the knife exists if it was supposed to be absorbed into the source already. And then the discussion that I had with somebody about this was, well, maybe the Ascians don't know what the hell they're talking about because it's not like this has ever happened before, and there's only like 3 big ones, and then a bunch of like little ones they had to recruit. So it's very possible that they were just like, yeah, we think this is how it works, but it might not, which would be pretty funny. That the Ascians were wrong about putting the shit back together after Hydaelyn split it into 14 different pieces. So that's our theory at this point, is that the Ascians have no idea what the fuck they were talking about, and maybe you can't fully put them back together. I don't know. Because it's really weird that the knife has any life on it. Because I was like, well, what if the Calamity just, like, absorbs all the ether, and there's, like, no life on the shard, and it's just, like, an empty husk? But there's people here. There's people here, there's ether here, there's a lot here, actually, for an empty-ass husk of a shell. So, that doesn't work either. So now my theory is the Ascians don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they actually were a bunch of failures. Which makes their story so much sadder. It makes it so much worse for Emmett and Elidibus. I don't give a fuck about Lahabra. He can eat a dick all day. Damn. All that work and you still couldn't fucking do shit. It's my theory now. I'm a little sick. That's how I'm doing. Hopefully I'll be better by next week. I'm gonna get through this one. But yeah. Alright. So yeah, I had to go on a rant about this because, like, I have a theory. It's the Ascians don't know what the fuck they were doing. They tried their best. Good for them. Give them a little head pats. They're dead. But yeah, the rejoining isn't actually, like, it doesn't work. Crimis was exhausting. It wasn't terrible. It's just exhausting. Alright.
Unfortunately, barrier breaches trigger an emergency failsafe on the main line, so the train is presently stopped at a midway point until operations can resume. There are also maritime routes, but they see only occasional use. Often, as now, Trenno must make do with what is to hand.
In addition to this constant state of scarcity, much of Trenno's populace suffers from Levin sickness, not to mention the frequent attacks on the city and the resulting casualties. Yet everyone we've spoken with seems undaunted by these hardships. They are not only surviving, they are happy in spite of it all.
Where there is life, there is hope. And when one believes in a better future, a tomorrow even the slightest bit brighter than today, there is naught to be done but build it. Until, stone by stone, the city rises.
A noble city with noble purpose.
Is aught the matter, Lowell?
I think I've dropped something and now I can't find it anywhere. I'm doomed.
Oh, is it this by chance? While I was distributing the remedy, I was asked to pass it along to you.
Oh yeah, they did have a DLC. I bet it was fun. I'm gonna play Clay Obscure at some point, but I've made the decision it will be... I'm not muted anymore. I keep myself muted because I'm sniffly. But yeah, I will play it on my own time. I have decided. But yeah. I'm glad it's a free DLC.
Yes! That's it! Yes! I'm not doomed.
Is that a tracking device?
You've a keen eye for technology. This thing picks up on the ether of the creatures that get through the barrier.
I have decided against it. Due to recent information. I don't fold on my principles. So I'll still play it. I know it's a good game, but I won't platform it. If you know what I mean. But like, because there were a thousand different ways to handle a situation and they chose the worst one. So I'll still play it on my own time when I feel like it. Which, you know, could be soon, but stupid ass decisions, stupid ass people, and stupid ass people who aren't even involved in this, like, that company are sticking their nose into it. I'm like, you should have just shut the fuck up, Larian. You should have just shutted the fuck up. So. And I don't care if people are like, well, it was just a poster. Shouldn't have fucking done it. Shouldn't have fucking done it. Could have just put a placeholder. Could have put a text that said placeholder. Could have put the fucking Mona Lisa for all I give a shit. Piece of shit painting. Just saying. Just saying. And I'm not really wanting to talk about that because I'm still gonna play it, just not on stream. So, and I'm probably gonna enjoy the shit out of it. So, just disappointed in human inability to problem solve something very simple without resulting to the most damaging solution. So, it is what it is.
That explains how you knew when they'd been vanquished.
But I have principles
Exactly.
about
It shouldn't show anything
generative
now,
AI, and I
but
don't
can
budge on
switch
them.
it on like so.
Specifically generative. But good for blueprints. Yeah, but even using it to... That's the stupid part. Yeah. Using it and then not even...
No, 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 she's going to kill me!
Poor Bean. Using generative AI and then being like, okay, we don't need it anymore. It's like, that's... Why'd you even fucking use it? You could have just made a JPEG of placeholder,
say,
please replace.
How'd you like to meet my sister Ayane? She's an electro engineer, so she knows all sorts of interesting stuff.
I'm just saying. Hundreds of ways to solve that problem of we need a placeholder. None of them should have been involved in generative AI, which is actively destroying so much. So, that's why I don't budge on this. This is why I don't budge. It doesn't matter if you took it out. Should have never done it. You decide to use a tool that has been proven to be destructive to the environment, destructive to the creative scheme, world. Right? And like, why? Just why? Don't do it. Draw a stick figure and stick it in there until you change it. You know? Anyway, I'm done with that. I could rant all day about that. So, let's not.
I take it she also built that device.
Oh yes, that's my sister. She's a genius. Everyone says so. And she won't kill me in front of other people. Probably. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting to watch her work? Maybe you can even help. It'd be, you know, edifying? Please, beg you! Please!
I suppose that's that then.
At the moment, I don't know how to say her name. He said it once and I already forgot. She should be waiting just past that park. Let's be off before anyone changes their mind. Anyway. Wait, this way. I was like, where the hell am I? But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna play next, but we're not gonna play a 5 anytime soon. I need a break because we're playing so much 14 as well. Although, one of my favorite YouTubers has just released like a...
Ah, our visitors. Thanks for lending a hand earlier, but what brings you here?
One of my favorite YouTubers just released like a really long video of just one video of playing all of Final Fantasy 1, and I was like, this bitch copying me. Which does... I am enjoying it. So, and I love it because it's like, oh, it's like a similar experience, and I get to see it. Now that I've actually played the game. So. But we'll play 5, like, I don't know, maybe end of January, maybe February. I got some time. Although, my sickness doesn't get better, I might have to take next week off. So many voiced cutscenes.
Lummel, what did you do?
What did you do? How did you fuck up this time?
You know that, advanced monster tracking, what's it?
What's
It
it?
may be a teeny tiny bit,
Not doing the fingers together! Oh my god! What is with them? Where's that emote?
You broke it again? How many times must I tell you that we're running low on electrope? I'm an engineer, not a bloody miracle worker.
I love her. I love them both, honestly. Absolute dangus. Assert dominance.
I
Never
beg
mind.
your forgiveness. I'm on my knees and everything, see?
This bitch does a flip to get so damn low. That was impressive, actually. Sorry, I meant to mute for my sniffle.
And since we have guests, can't you let it slide? Just this once?
He dragged you here just so I wouldn't tan his hide, didn't he? You'd never believe he's the elder sibling. I'm so sorry.
I thought you were twins.
Please, don't be. We're glad for the opportunity to meet you. And Lummel mentioned that you might have some work we could assist with.
There are guests, Lummel, not servants. Must we have the manners talk again?
Please don't misunderstand. We asked to help, that we might learn what life is like in Treno. And with your expertise, we also hoped you could tell us more of how the city utilizes electrope.
If that's the way of it, then I'd be happy to share what I know.
When you spoke earlier, it sounded as if Treno had little electrope to spare. It's difficult to procure, I take it.
We never have as much as we need. And much of what we do have is repurposed. You'll find me digging through the scrap heap whenever some vital device or another breaks down. Repairing that old barrier should be our highest priority. But we just don't have enough electrope on hand to do a proper job.
And the longer we go without access to the mine, the worse it'll get. If only we could scare those beasts away.
That sounds like a fucking quest for me.
Did we not pass through a mine on the way here?
Yeah, it should be clear of hazards now. Oh, we already did it. Doing the quest before it needs to be done.
Just like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of strong or some
So-
shit.
The mine is safe for mining again. Hooray!
Oh my god.
Leave the mining to your big brother. All you have to do is fix the tracker.
Yes, very well. If you go, do be careful. And once you get the machinery up and running, make sure to send some electrope over to the barrier service station.
Though we've cleared the mine, there is no telling what else waits outside the barrier. Shall I accompany you?
I'm so glad you asked. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do if I'd had to go alone.
Cry, probably. These little banes.
As we did pass through but recently, I expect Raha can keep him safe without our help. In
Yeah.
the meantime, shall we assist Ayane with her repair work?
Yane. I must say Graha better because, like, okay, the three strongest people in this game are you, Estinian, and Graha Tia. Because you're the main character. Whatever. Estinian has, like, absorbed the ether of a dragon, Nidhogg, one of the strongest ones. And then Graha has literally moved the crystal tower through time and space and absorbed his former self. It's really weird. Like, he's been alive for like 100+ years. So, he will be fine. Like, even if the tunnel wasn't cleared, I'd be like, no, he's fucking fine. Ah, I entirely forgot to ask your names. Do forgive me. I'm Kryl, and this is Ryo-Yo. I like this version of the main theme for Dawntrail. Accompanying Lomal is Grahatia, our own technology enthusiast. Is he a technology enthusiast? I think he's just a scholar in general. It's lovely to meet you. It feels strange putting you to work, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't need the help. In the wake of an event like this, I presume a great deal of labor is required to restore everything in working order. The volume of fixes that need making is one matter. But I could handle it if it weren't for these legs of mine. The paralysis flares up worst times, I swear. She's got 11 sickness! I can manage a bit shuffling from one station to, you know, for 11 sickness, you are jumping around a lot. One station to the other on a good day. But I usually leave racing around the city to my brother. With him off to the mine, though, someone else needs to take care of the lightning sprites. They are drawn to the discharge ether of slain creatures. I'd offer you detector to make tracking them down easier, but seeing as Lummel has managed to break it again... I do have this, though. Toss some at the sprite, and you can suppress the ability to its ability to sense ether nearby. That usually gets them wandering out in the city towards more fertile ground. So we needn't fight them? We find it safer not to. When threatened, they siphon energy from facilities and we need to keep our medical services running, or emit burst of overload, emit burst that overload nearby systems. I can talk. For the same reason, I recommend you stick to the fairgrounds. It will allow you to spot them in advance. Would hate for you to be injured while helping us. Understood. We'll want to split up again to cover more ground. Are you ready to go? Okay. Wait, can I jump into this? No? I mean, it is like a small area. They didn't fully make this area like they would the base game areas. Though you scan the area thoroughly, you see no lightning sprites. Good. Time to test your tossing arm, has arrived. That's... Okay. I want to be a baseball player. Oops. That lawful just disappeared. Oh, I wonder if there's housing in here I can go into that other races can't. Is that right? I have to go this way. Oh wait, you can use a mountain here. Hell yeah. Can't fly though. You're back. And were there many sprites? Just a handful on your route then? Could be worse. Still, it's important to keep the city free of them. We're much obliged. So there are, there's housing in Shadowbringers that only Lalafels can enter. Like, there's just like little houses because the doors are too small for the other races. It's really funny. Well, it's taken a while. Being new to the city, if something were to happen, she wouldn't know where to go for help. Let's try check on her. She started off in the direction of Town Hall. Okay. Let's go. I love that. Though there are several diminutive folk about, none of them appear to be Cryle. Wow. I am also diminutive. Diminutive? No. Fuck you. Stupid word. You're looking for a mite lost. You're looking a mite lost there, lass. Aught I can help with? Oh, I'll get my Cockney accent out. My really bad one. Have you seen a woman in a yellow hood? I presume you mean Cryle. She had a grand old chat. I had a grand old chat with her earlier. Wow, I can't fucking raid. Not to mention she saved my hide. I can't believe I missed that lightning sprite till it was right on top of me. It's thanks to her that I got out unscathed. Well, a bit awkward striking up a conversation after that. And it's been a while since I talked to anyone I haven't known my whole life. She's a kind lass, good at putting folks at ease. Like Mia Lee. I don't know. I quite enjoyed telling her about the city. Well, when we were done chatting, she went off towards the canal. I had a touch of melancholy about her, but I wasn't sure why. Don't think it was something I said, but I knew that it was. Saying more wouldn't help, so I let her go. I reckon she'd welcome any company of a good friend right now. What the fuck you saying to my friend? Alright, goodbye. The canal is this way. Yippee! Cryle! Are you sad? Is it voiced? Can it be?
Ah, were you looking for me?
I love it when it's voiced. I love how
I only
lullabies do
intended to sit
everything.
down for a moment, but I must have lost track of time. Will you lend me your ear?
Well, I got two really big ones, so yeah.
The source and the ninth. Someday I will have to decide which one to call home.
Girl, you're gonna stay in the ninth? This place sucks. You've been in the source your whole life.
The thought has lingered like a storm cloud in my mind. I've tried to ignore it, remind myself that we have more important matters to contend with. But I cannot keep drifting between these worlds forever. When I first learned the truth of my past, I assumed it would have no bearing on my future. The source was my home, and the students of Baldessian my purpose. But after meeting my parents, it struck me that to simply choose the source would be to abandon them. And not only them, but a home I could have loved, had my life gone as it should have.
Did you not love the source? I mean, I guess. I don't know. Maybe she always wanted a place to belong and felt like she didn't? I don't know.
That is why I had to learn more of this place. And the me I could have been.
And now that you have,
I feel even less certain than before. Though we are strangers to them, these people have welcomed us as if we are their own. It's like speaking with old friends. And knowing now the challenges they face, what would it say about me if I just left them behind and returned to the source? Is that who I am? Who I was meant to be? Or is this where I belong?
I mean, when you put it like that way, like, I wouldn't want to leave them here to their fate. I just don't know what the solution to that would be. I mean, I guess the same as Shadowbringers, where we just get rid of the lightning or some shit. Thank you for listening. I'm a little less afraid to face the answer now, whatever it may be. Kill the bad guy. There's not really a bad guy, that's the problem. The problem with this is not that there's a clear person doing the bad, it's just that this place really fucking sucks. And, like, you know, lightning, the Levin sickness is serious. Right, if we could, like, I don't know, absorb all the lightning and put it somewhere else, like we did in Shadowbringers. And when I find it, I hope you'll be there. But we've kept, I forgot how to say her name, waiting long enough. Let's hurry back. Chocobo, chocobo. I'm glad you're both back safe and sound. Now we can relax until my brother does the same. With your friend escorting him, he can't get himself into too much trouble. Unless he tumbles down the stairs into town again, I guess, suppose.
That reminds me. The structures near the barrier all seem to be designed for Milala. Is there a reason that those in the center of the city are so much larger?
Oh yes. The center is the oldest part of Treno, built by the Hune and the Eldite before the Milala came.
Is Eldite what you call your Elozins? Not sure about that.
So, Treno predates the Milala's arrival?
The mayor at the time was kind enough to take our ancestors in, and gave them leave to establish their own residential quarter.
Cute.
Yet I have seen
Can I
naught
go in
but
there?
Milala since we came to the city. Where did the other peoples go?
Alexandria. In the closing days of the storm surge, when death and destruction were everywhere, they believed it would be safer. Treno didn't have a barrier at first, you see. But one of our industrious brethren had served as tutor in the royal household, and returned to us with knowledge of the barrier's design. It's thanks to him that the city survives to this day.
Might I ask a more personal question? We previously uncovered some records pertaining to the Milala's past. In them, it was written that the Milala left their paradise of eternal summer when a great calamity froze their isles. Understandably, all were not content to leave their homeland behind. Some attempted to return using the same power that had brought them here, but they found the way closed to them. Never again has the golden path opened that allowed their ancestors to flee to safety. Tell me, were that golden path to open once more, and you were to find the Milala homeland restored to its former glory, would you go back?
I'd certainly like to see that paradise of eternal summer for myself. Who wouldn't? But it wouldn't be going back. After all, my one and only home is here. Treno, this run-down, beat-up, beautiful city.
You truly love it, don't you?
Do you know what the speaker said when the Milala came to this place? O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. We never forgot those words. Not my ancestors, nor my grandmother, nor my brother and me. That boundless optimism, that communal spirit, that is Treno. No matter what comes or how hard it gets, we'll choose joy over fear and stand together. There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Nowhere else you'd rather be. Perhaps it really is as simple as listening to your heart.
So what is Cryo gonna do? Yeah, there's not like... Excuse me. I was thinking about it more and I'm like, there's no nefarious plot happening right now. Huh. Cryle, are you gonna leave us? They're gonna treat her like Lise. They're gonna have her in here for like one fucking expansion. They'll be like, alright, get out. Don't come back. Earlier, you said your brother couldn't get into too much trouble if he was with Raha. But how much trouble is that precisely? One would think they ought to have returned by now. Conversely, I hadn't expected to see you two again so soon. I take it Miali's curiosity is sated? Hold on. For a moment, I don't know what Sfien's voice is, I forgot. I gave her a brief account of the situation in Alexandria, as well as events involving the key. She was most interested in the latter. In fact, it seems that she knew the relic long before we did, and wishes to discuss it with everyone. Would you be able to join us? Well, we're missing somebody who might be the most informed about this. I should love to go straight away, but we're waiting for Raha's return. As we speak, Mialis herself is making the rounds through the city. We have time. Well, let's go find our cat boy. Okay, let me wait for the cat boy. Never mind. And then go find him? Probably? I don't know.
We're back! The mine is in working order, I'm pleased to say. Electrope is being delivered for the barrier even as we speak.
So proud of himself.
Have you two finished regaling the mayor?
We have. Though she has her own story to tell. Of the key, in fact. We thought you might like to join us at the...
This is an evacuation alert. All citizens, please proceed to emergency shelters. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelters. The Doom train is approaching. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelters.
Doom Train! I have heard about Doom Train.
The Doom Train? Wasn't that one of Lindblom's weapons of war?
You know of it.
I've never seen it myself, but according to Zelenia, it was an armored vehicle used to transport war beasts to the front. In order to prevent them from running wild ere their deployment, a powerful arcane entity was housed in the engine.
The end of the war didn't slow it one bit. Quite the contrary. Fueled by lightning ether, it's been speeding across the continent ever since. The Doom train and its beasts bring death and destruction everywhere it goes. It's a veritable calamity on rails. It passed near Trenno some years ago, claiming many lives, including our parents. I must go and repair the barrier as swiftly as possible. Without it, we haven't got a chance.
You can't be serious! You'll never finish in time! And you'll be right in its path!
I have to try. For Trenno.
Yane, no!
It seems my services are required once more.
I'll go with you. Perhaps my knowledge of Electrope will be of use.
I wish I were a fighter like you two. Keep her safe, will you?
Nope.
While destroying the Doom train would be preferable, we should seek to delay its advance at the very least.
You can't be thinking of fighting it head-on. That's madness!
Well, now I have to do it.
If your mind is made up, there may be a way. There's a freight depot not far from us. We can use the train that stopped there.
Raha mentioned that before, did he not?
The Doom train will have to pass through the depot to reach Trenno. And since the evacuation alert was only just triggered, we might be able to reach it first.
So we commandeer this freight train, match our speed to the enemy's, and use it as a platform from which we launch a sustained counteroffensive. Is that your proposal?
It'd be better than trying to smash the bloody thing before it runs us all over. And if it might save Yane, I'll do whatever it takes. Let me drive the train. That will leave you free to concentrate on the fight.
Lumel.
I need to grab a few things. Meet me by the gate.
We found a bad guy to kill. Let's go! If anyone can stop a speeding weapon of war, it's you, Ryoyo. But we must also recognize the threat posed by the company of Beast. If its influence is so powerful that even as it barrels ahead, enthralled creatures continue to follow it, then the train may well gather additional minions as it draws near. There's no telling how many will change Trenno's gate. Charge Trenno's gate. So we should prepare for the worst. Perhaps Y'shtola and I ought to remain on guard here. I'm inclined to agree. Ryoyo, while you remove the head of this metal serpent, We will attend to the defense of the city. Yippee! Among other things, we must do what we can to ensure the citizens get to shelter before the fighting begins. Godspeed. Okay, let's go. Just gotta make sure I know where I'm going. We found an enemy to kill. Let's go. Oh wait, I got a chocobo. I don't know what I'm doing. Alligator. Yippee. Yeah, can I go into these homes? I want to get into the small home. What are y'all doing? Get to shelter. You too. It is really pretty up here. Right. The place we're headed is the Bentini Depot. We have another section of 8-mans to do for WrestleMania. But that'll take like a day, so. Although Treno has its own railway system, our assailants from earlier left in the need of significant repairs. What? Did I read that weirdly? Thus we'll be taking hover cargo. Alright. My friend here has volunteered for the mission, and yes, I've explained the dangers. The cargo is equipped with portable barrier, and frankly, I'm great at my job. Guaranteed you're out of safety during the ride. What happens once we get there, though, is, well, that's your problem. It certainly is. Let me know when you're ready to move out. Give me the critical. It's about the fact that's very nice. Oh. So, Look, I read that quote. Well, okay, I read some of the quotes. I need to get back into it. But, like, Yoshi P said a bunch of non-statements to stockholders. And those are statements that are said by every fucking person. They're just a bunch of statements that are kind of, like, vague and don't really mean anything. So, but yeah, once it gets confirmed, I'm hopping out. I don't know if they can afford to do AI because people hopping out over less shit than that. So, but yeah, once it's confirmed, I am Audi 5000. I'll cry. I love this game. I will be very fucking sad. Because remember, generative AI is the part where I'm like, ugh, generative. It doesn't make any sense for QA. Quality. What? Wait, what? Oh, well, you know, brainlets like them. Final Fantasy XIV has cultivated a very creative, culture. People literally will sit here and for hours just designing a house. Or designing a glam. Or whatever. Or writing a character. Or role-playing. I don't expect there's many creatives in the Arc Raiders community. Or any much of that side of the brain. It's different communities, different respects for different things. I would say the creatives in this community would hop the hell out, and that'd be half of it. The other half is raiders. I don't know, man. They probably don't give a shit. And honestly, fuck the sweaties of this game. They fucking suck. Ready, then. Our fearless operator will help you aboard. We make for... I don't know how to say that. With haste. What? Just open up the damn thing. I'll have us in a flash. Do keep your limbs... do keep any limbs you're attached to and would like to remain attached to inside the vehicle. Look, the way I see it is, we are watching the death of video games, where we're gonna have that clear divide where people don't give a shit about AI, and they'll play any slop that's given to them. And you have the people who do, who will never, hopefully never, bend on their principles. There's a reason why no AAA title, well, not no, very little AAA titles won anything this year. There's a good reason for that shit.
This is it.
And I'm really hoping they're all watching. And I really hope that next year it's even worse. I hope it's the most indie-ass fucking games next year that are, like, the best. Because I'm gonna be honest, I looked at what's coming out next year, and there was, like, two games that were not indie that I was like, yeah, I'd play that. And I'm not even gonna play one of them. I'm not gonna play the new Resident Evil, to be fair. But I probably won't play Code Vein 2 for a while. I don't think it's that it's hard to beat. There's plenty of really good indie games. They just need to be given the chance for a spotlight. And that's what happened this year. I think Blueprints came out of fucking nowhere, but when I didn't actually play it because I'm too stupid for Blueprints. I am actually too unintelligent for Blueprints. And I was like, that game is phenomenal. And it made it on the list. Fucking Silksong earned its place with Hollow Knight, but like, let's think about Hollow Knight. Not Silksong, because Silksong is riding on the coattails of Hollow Knight, let's be honest. But when Hollow Knight came out, right? Everyone loved it, but like, who would have thought an indie little game about a bug was gonna be super popular? They just need to be given a chance. Oh yeah, I forgot about Hades 2 once it... Look, all the sequels are riding on the coattails of their predecessors. I don't really count them as given the chance. They have it from the last one. But like, Hades 1... Silksong, we're not... I mean, for Hades 1 and like... Hollow Knight, right? Blueprints was so ridiculous. Also... I think there's one thing we need to recognize with indie game titles is the year they come out may not be the year that matters. There's too much coming out every year for me to be like, yeah, that's the game. Like, but there's just gonna be games where I'm like, oh, that came out last year? This shit's a banger. Right? And, I don't know. It gets super popular. Like, I feel like Undertale, Amori, they have cult followings. I don't think they got any awards. Disco Elysium's not... That's an indie game, technically, yeah? By today's standards. Not a big studio, or are they not? I don't remember. Disco Elysium's fucking insane. I want more games like that. But not run by fucking weirdos. Nine Souls? Yeah, like, Nine Souls, if even given a chance for a spotlight, probably was popular the year it released. Good. I need more weird ass art games like that. I would consider that an artistic game because that shit is bizarro. The art style's so good. Everything's so good about that game. Not afraid to be fucking weird or unpleasant either. Love it. I wish Stars in Time got the hype it should have. I love that game so much. Such a good game. Balatro last year could have won. I think that's gambling addicts, really, because I have not played Balatro because I'm a gambling addict. I'm horrified I will enjoy it too much. I'm scared. I'm scared of it. I do not need it to absorb my life. Alright. Let's get back to this
You'll
cutscene.
be riding that flat car at the rear of the train.
Oh, that's huge. Let's go.
I'll be all the way at the front, pushing her as fast as she can go. The Doom train moves at breakneck speed. If we're too slow, it'll plow right through us. Speaking of which, we'd best get underway before it does just that. Don't forget you're fighting for Ayane. For all of Treno.
I have fought for bigger fates. We're okay. Hell on rails. Let's go. Alright, we're on Seraph. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get Hell on rails. Maybe. Let's tank. Yeah, let's tank. Oh shit. I cannot tank. I must summon. Okay. 27 minutes! Okay, hold up. Hold on. Should I just move to a different server? Probably. Alright, we're gonna go to a different server. Log out. 27 minutes. Fucking hell. Nobody does content on my server. Visit another world? Cancel. Visit another data center. Yeah? Primal. Let's go back to our original home. Proceed. Yeah, can't play Balatro. I don't know. I think indie games need to have their own damn awards. Cause like, who the fuck cares what AAA slop wins? I'm gonna be honest. Next year, if it's not Resident Evil, I don't fucking care. I haven't seen anything coming out that's worth a damn that's AAA. I don't think Code Vein is worth a damn, but I'm gonna play it anyways because I do like Code Vein, but I don't think it's not one of those hyped up games. Also, Code Vein 1 had plenty of issues. I was like, yeah, no, this game kind of annoys me. I love it, but this character should not exist. And shit like that. Yeah, I don't know. Someone needs to explain to me two things. Why is the game award 4 hours long? Second, why is it 4 hours long and we rushed through half of them? Because we're too busy watching commercials. And then 3, I don't care about most of those games or categories. Like, I don't care about best streamer. I don't care about best esports. I don't care about those. I really don't. And then some of these games I'm kind of like, what? What are they judged on? So like sound design. We're gonna be done 3 minutes. Like an hour's fine. Okay, but sound design for the Game Awards this year, right? Didn't they go to like Battlefield or some shit? Or was that one of the audio ones? Well, the award for sound design is not a problem, because sound design, in my opinion, if I understand what sound design is, should be like... I don't know, is that the ambient? Is that... It's not soundtrack, it's not the BMG. BMG? BGM. It's not the BGM, it's how the shit comes together. And I'm like, wouldn't that be like a horror game's like specialty? Is sound design? Or yeah, games for impact, which would be games that changed the industry, right? Or changed, like, I don't know. Or is games for impact supposed to be like talking about tough what am I trying to say? Subjects. I'm stupid. Oh my god. Right? Is that... I don't... Sometimes they just come up with titles and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Maybe I'm too stupid for games. I don't know, man. Also, can we talk about how Player's Choice, Genshin Impact was on there? Like, fuck off. You weren't popular. Like, the popularity for that game has definitely dropped. Do not be on Player's Choice, fuckers. Also, if you didn't come out that year, you shouldn't be on Player's Choice. I don't care if you had an update. There's a fucking section for continuous. I know. It's fucking stupid. Next year we're gonna see Genshin Impact and fucking Love in Deep Space. The horniest games I've ever seen. To be fair. You spend enough money on those games, you need to make those accounts to make up for the money you spent. Yay! Hell on rails. No, my candy. Excuse me.
Here it comes! Race for him!
Yeah, 3 rolls, which cost you 20 bucks on that shit game. It's Dawntrail! I don't know anything about Dawntrail, I'm gonna be honest. What I know is I need to summon my carbuncle.
We're in it now! I'm counting on you!
Thanks. I can at least do that much. Let's be here. Oh my god. Okay. Oh no! What a fun train!
Ah! The black car! Turrets! Oh, good luck!
Oh shit, turret. Oh shit. Oh shit! Let's see if I can read this. Well, no. We're getting so good. There's too much going on. I can't read the chat. Oh shit, you're dead. Oh, you're getting picked up. Yeah, but if you talk about
Not again!
heavy moments or heavy game in general, right? I mean, Clerk Scare, I feel like is a heavy game in general. I didn't play Split Fiction. Get me up here.
How many times are they going to do that?
Two more times. One more time. I don't know. What's it doing? Oh my god! Should we be in the middle? Look!
What in the... You're still on board, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, it's got hands now.
Ethereal arms?
Okay. I was like, where do we want to be? Where do we do that?
Disconnect the car! Quick! Jump on the next one! Thunder is coming!
God. Ooh, I'm not very smart. I am fighting a train. I'm trying. Wait, I want to be over here. Viper, can you please? Okay. Why did the dancer do it? Okay, train done. Well, not bad. Well, I got accommodation for existing.
Phew. No more adventures, thank you. That was enough bravery for a lifetime. But we did it! We stopped the Doom Train. Well, mostly you did. Before we can celebrate, though, we need to make sure Treno's secure. As I feared, stray beasts to the south. I've lost track of how many times I've asked you for help, but I need your help again.
It's what I do. I believe that I'm never gonna. Ayane will be safe with your comrades, and while we attend to matters elsewhere, I'll see to the wounded. You try not to join them, all right? We'll be saved at certain points. How hard is this battle? Leave. Do I have anything? Nothing? No. 34? Fuck. Really? Nothing, huh? I'd rather do this as a tank. Can I still do it as a tank? It just says that you'll be put down to 35. I don't think you have to be 35. Gotta watch all these little beans run. Oh no!
No!
Oh. Forgot what Picto animations look like.
Can you stand?
Yeah, yes! Thank you so much. There were others being attacked over by the canal. Could you possibly...
Of course, I'll go right away. The rest of you should get to the town hall.
Wait, am I playing as Cryo?
I can't leave anyone behind. I won't.
Am I playing as Cryo? They haven't made us play as a different character in a very long time.
Best make sure the evacuation route is clear first.
Okay, so what do I have? What is this? Uh-huh. Is it 9? I have to sneeze. Oh, that sucked. Okay. And what does this do? Is it a heal? Okay. Alright, let's get this. This is actually pretty easy. They haven't made us play...
Done. Now to
I
aid
think last
those
time
people
was-
by the canal.
Last time we played a character, it was, Wuklamot. And it was... Oh, we don't have Smudge? Oh, come on.
Help!
Help is on the way!
Shush you. Rescue citizen. Oh, they're in the water! What the fuck?
There may be other stragglers.
That's the thing about MSQ. It's a lot of story, because it's main story quest. I was scared I was gonna get hit by that. I was so scared I couldn't even move. Silly, isn't it? My wife and I will be making the town hall straight away. You have my word on that. If you're determined to check on everyone, I won't complain, but do be careful. Alright.
That breeze is awfully warm. Oh no!
It's a fire.
First things first, the fire.
How do I deal with it? Oh, right here. I was like... Cute!
Take a leaf out of Y'shtola's book.
It was you who put the fire out. How will I ever thank you? Now that we know it won't be spreading any further, we can take shelter until it's over. What sort of magic was that? I've never seen the likes of it. Priorities, yes, I will run away, and we can talk about it later.
Not a moment too soon. I hope that was the worst of it.
Somebody help!
They're doing a lot of voice acting
Further
for
out.
me in this one, so I don't have to do as much voice acting. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
I'll take care of this. Make for shelter.
I'm not complaining, I'm sick, so... No, I just finished AZ. Leave me alone. I literally finished it yesterday. I am good. I don't wanna. That did not kill everything. I'm kind of sad. There are some games I want to play that probably have no voice
How
acting.
many are there?
Is either cutscene or changing characters. Oh my god, is Cryo gonna die? I don't know why I thought that. She's alone in a field.
Is that all of them?
Claire Obscure, but you mute the voices? You want me to do a French accent? Are you stupid? It's fine with this game. They're all British. We love making fun of them. Yeah, please. No, you don't. No, you don't. You do not. I took French in 6th grade. I was 11. You don't want that. How many times am I gonna have to say baguette? Just to get back on track? I'll teach you? No. No, I'm good. Just make them all German. That's the last one I took. I can't even do German accent. What am I talking about? I know how to say my name is. That's like all I know. Bonjour. Je m'appelle. Oui. Un, deux, trois. That's about it. Ça va? Ça va bien? That's it. That's all I got. It's been, you know, more than 15 years. Yeah, because I'm not trying to be a caricature. It's fun making fun of the British with the Cockney accent and water bottle. But, like, you know, that's because fuck the British. Even though I watch a lot of British people and like them. But those are the British people who also say fuck the British, so it's fine. Bicyclette.
A behemoth.
That's, I was about to say, that's a behemoth I'm looking away from. Hold up. King of Monsters. Oh shit, they really did kill Cryo. No, it's just Stola.
Oh. We cut that rather close.
Thank goodness you're all right.
Teen Girl Squad! Your tanks are here.
Ayane has finished the repairs. We need only hold the line until the barrier is in place.
Alright, let's see if I can pronounce this. No, see, here's the problem. You give me a sentence, and the problem is, if I do it wrong, I feel really bad. And I do not know how to pronounce every arrangement of syllables. What if I just did it all in English? What if I just did it like English pronunciation all bad? It's bad. It's bad in English. If I were to just say this in English, Jamie Manger des Pommes et Faire de la Bicyclette. Nailed it. Hope you enjoyed that. I'd rather do it horribly wrong than try and fail. So, as a perfectionist, how dare you? I did it on
Hold the line,
purpose.
we will, together.
Jamais. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't learn how to pronounce. We were more on memorizing than actually like phonics when I took French in 2003. So my bad. It is one thing that like I realized while as a teacher and trying to learn another language and learning a language in college was like, damn, they really are bad at teaching languages in public schools. Because in my German classes, it was like, I don't remember any of it, but they were like, yeah, if it's I and E, it's actually pronounced this, which is backwards from English, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I can remember that. Yeah. And to be fair, I'm learning Spanish on Duolingo, but I'm an adult now, so I could figure out those patterns on my own. I don't need to be taught the patterns. I can figure them out on my own. Duolingo also sucks, but I'm an adult. I can figure it out. So. Alright, let's fight. Let's fight the big boy. So. But as a kid, you don't really pick up those patterns without being told, so. Like how in Japanese, there's no long vowel, where in English there is, right? Like a, That's why it's manga and not manga. And why it's anime is because it comes from the word animation, which is English. So, and that's why it's not animation. Root words matter, man. Matter where they come from, because pronunciations are different based on the language. That's why the argument of Nevada and Nevada pisses me off, because it's like, well, it's an American state, so you should say Nevada. But I'm like, but the original people who lived there would say Nevada. Not current locals, but, you know, previous locals before they were run out. If you know what I mean. Alright, let's kick their ass.
I can still fight. I can.
Turn your ass around. Gratia.
I have no doubt.
Hold on, where's my provoke button? You stupid bitch. Give me that bitch. It's mine. Alright, where are we at? Where'd you guys go? Oh god, you're right here? You guys should not be here. Why are we here? Well, they don't get to have a word in anything. They're kind of dead.
Thunderheads.
What does that mean?
Keep away from the clouds.
Yeah, okay.
If I never see another storm.
Nowhere is safe with so many of them.
Some friendly winds, if you please.
Okay. I know which way she's gonna push them.
How fortunate that bird made such an impression.
I never took Latin, so I just assumed that we were pronouncing animation correctly. But also, to be fair, languages do change over time. At least words and languages. Can y'all fuck off? Thank you. They all stopped moving for a minute, and I was like, am I getting DDoSed?
The Levin grows more volatile. Something is coming!
Ball lightning!
Y'shtola, Steen, lend me your strength!
The two of us will disperse these balls of lightning.
Just keep the lightning at bay a little longer! Take cover behind the Spriggan!
Bruh.
The tide is turning! Press the attack!
There you go. Sleepy Kryl, no.
I must say, that was an incredible performance.
That's so, like, patronizing. Or emphasizing. Remind me not to stand in your way.
Flatterer.
Yeah?
What is it?
The barrier is restored. The people of Treno may rest easy once more.
The perimeter is clear, everyone. And thanks to our guests, the Dawntrail has been destroyed. Last last but not least, Ayane's fixed the barrier. We don't need to worry about beasts anymore. This calls for a celebration.
The Doom Train is gone for good.
That's our Ayane.
Hey, I'm the one that killed the Doom Train.
They're safe. All of them. Alila? Kryl, does the name Alila mean aught to you?
My mother. Did you know her?
No tripping. I mean, you're close to the ground. It won't hurt that bad. Is that her sister? So is that her aunt? Or her daughter?
I'm sorry, my dear. We should get you patched up before aught else.
Rude? She's just like, oh, I'm gonna drop
Alila's
this big thing
story
on you, and
that of
then...
the key are one and the same.
That's true.
After you've rested and recovered, I'll tell you the tale.
I just love how she's like, oh my god, I'm gonna drop this big old, like, piece of information, and then be like, nope, you're gonna have to wait. Rude.
You have no cause to fret, I promise you. While Lummel forgot to give the order, bless him, there's work to be done ere we can celebrate. First and foremost, we must see to any injured. Come and find me at Town Hall when you're ready.
I'm ready now. Let me in.
Without further delay, then.
You needn't mind me. My injuries are far from severe.
But your curiosity is another matter, is it not? Your feet will deliver you to Miaili all the swifter if you can
Miaili.
actually walk on them.
There's so many voice acted cutscenes in this patch. I'm concerned that the next patch is gonna have no voice acting. Maybe because this is a story heavy patch, they're like, we'll put all our money in voice acting because we don't really have much else going on. Which I'm fine with, because at this point, the patches are gonna now build up to the next expansion. Which is true. So we should be in a lot of story right now. But I'm hoping there's a really good cliffhanger at the end of this like they did the last time, which we have not addressed yet. So. While I'd rather not have tumbled on the pavement in front of half of the city, I am none the worse for wear. Thanks, Y'shtola. But what of yourself? If you have any hurts, we can tend to them now before we see Malali. Why does this look like it's the last one? Why does this look like it's the last one? I think it is. Yeah, because it's called Into the Mist, and that's the name of the patch. So yeah. So they can invest more money into VA. It's beautiful. Shut up. No. No, okay. I can have this conversation all day and every day, but Final Fantasy XIV, even when it's not at its peak, which is right now, right? It's not a dead game. People have looked at the statistic, like not the statistics, but you know, like the player count and who's still paying for subs and shit, right? It's not even the lowest it's ever been. Because, you know, 1.0 is right there. 1.0 was actually a travesty. I want to play it, I really do, but they won't let us. Even Yoshi P was like, you don't want that. I'm not doing that, you don't want that. And I'm like, you don't know what I want, but you're probably right. I'd like to experience the horrors for myself. Point is, alright, this game allows Square Enix to make garbaggio games year after year with no repercussions. They have released some pretty bad games. They made a farming sim that everyone said was trash. What's keeping Square Enix afloat is literally 14 and the remakes for 7. And it's not like the remakes for 7 are coming out every year. So, who's floating the bill until then? It's 14. Because the amount of money people pay for outfits from the store is so ridiculous. These outfits, like, I'll buy an outfit on Marvel. No, Marvel Rivals prices are kind of insane too, actually. But they're a little bit lower. Depending on the outfit, you can get it for like $10 to $15. Depending. And you can use in-game currency to help shell that. And I used to buy on DVD all the damn time, and those were like $10 a pop or less. So they actually had not terrible prices. That's still ridiculous, but some of these games are like 14 charges you $20 an outfit on their store. Mounts are like $30, but you get them for the whole, like, your whole account. So that's nice. And if you make a new character, it gets the mount. So that's nice. What else? Oh yeah, mounts are expensive. Subs are $15 a month. The outfits are expensive. The hair is like $10. Like, Final Fantasy XIV literally bankrolls all of Square Enix just from the subs and the MOG station alone. We are playing 14. But my thing is, okay, so my whole point of that was, if Final Fantasy XIV was allowed to hold on to all the money that Final Fantasy XIV made, we would have voice lines for everything, besides maybe, like, you know, this type of non-scene. Every scene would have voice lines. And we'd have amazing cutscenes. But, unfortunately, Square Enix doesn't let 14 keep all its money. So... yeah. Because, like, even people, like... I got people who play this game and stop playing the game because they're like, I don't really care anymore. And they're like, yeah, no, but it does, it's bankrolling Square Enix. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it did. It still does. Because if you got, like, I don't know, a bunch of people paying for their sub, right, like, every month, take that into a year account, like, whew, it's a lot. Curious, isn't it? I want to know more than anything. Oh, I want to know more than anything, yet part of me is still terrified. But having come so far, I can't turn from the truth now. If everyone is feeling up to it, let us go and have our answers. Let's go find out! And then Kryle's gonna leave us because she wants to stay here and I'm gonna cry. Why would you do this, Kryle? Why would you leave us? I am going to assume she's going to leave us. It's okay.
Ere I begin my tale,
It's voiced again.
there is something about our family that you need to understand. We are descendants of the speakers of Eld, and I myself am the latest to inherit the role. Even as we do our utmost to ensure our people's welfare in our adopted home, it has ever been our duty to find a means to return whence we came. Alas, our ancestral treasure never did answer our prayers. And that left my elder sister, the previous speaker, mired in doubt. It was then, when she was at her most vulnerable, that preservation reached out to her.
So yeah, they are sisters.
The key is none other than that relic, and it has been in the safekeeping of our people since time immemorial.
Yes. When lightning threatened this world, we attempted to use the key to flee again, like our ancestors once did. Alas, no matter what we tried, we couldn't invoke its power. We had all but given up when Preservation approached us with an offer of partnership.
We've heard this part before, from my parents' memories. My mother was your sister.
She was, which makes you an heir to the Speaker's legacy. The last message I received from your parents said that in order to thwart Preservation's design, they must send away both their daughter and the key. I now understand what became of the former. As for the latter, through conversing with your friends, I gleaned with whom it currently resides.
And is it your wish that we give it back?
We Milala are the people of Treno now. Here is where we've put down our roots. The moment Elila relinquished the key, she relinquished our claim to it as well. But be that as it may, my sister gave up not only her life, but her darling daughter to prevent its misuse. It is my duty to ensure that its new bearer is worthy. So, should it answer your call as it never did ours, how would you use the key's power?
Great question. To be more of a hero. To explore worlds yet unknown to us. To be fair, I'd like to explore worlds that are known to us still too, but hey, whatever.
For some, that might be a self-serving end. But your deeds are proof that I needn't worry.
I was worried about that. I was like, this seems a little selfish, but it's true.
And what's more, there's your friendship with my niece. I dare say that speaks well of your character.
By the by, do you have any records pertaining to the key here in Treno?
Would that we did. But Delilah took everything with her when she joined Preservation. If aught remains, it would be in Alexandria.
And so we find ourselves returned to our original course.
Shale may have made some progress. Perhaps it's time to bring our visit to an end.
What?
But by that, I don't mean to say that I don't feel welcome in Treno. You've all been so kind and accommodating. And in many ways, it's my hometown. It's just that, well,
Oh.
It's all right, my dear. It is true that some feel bound by blood or birthplace, but I don't believe that your parents would have wanted that for you. They devoted their lives to understanding the key so that future generations would not be burdened by it. As we have chosen Treno, so too should you choose the place you call home. Your place where you can bloom and grow with fearless joy.
I will.
She's coming back with us. Yay.
We must give you a proper send-off, though. Wait for us by the gate, will you? A word of caution, Keeper of the Key.
The music got serious.
As you know, it is a relic that has traveled across centuries and worlds, passing through countless hands. Oft beckoning to those ruled by ambition or avarice. Indeed, some have wondered if it chooses its master. But I believe differently. I believe that some inexorable force, call it fate, if you will, ushers it from one bearer to the next. Be wary, for fate's regard now falls upon you.
Ooh, spooky. I'm sure I'll be fine. Unless they, like, make a Final Fantasy 17 online, I think I'll be okay. What the hell? What the hell? That's not a Lalafell! What the hell? That was an aura. Am I crazy? Was I seeing shit? She was like standing here. Ran away. There's no auras in Alexandria. Now that I think about it. So confused. We're just not gonna talk about it, huh?
Thank you all for everything.
We're the ones who should be thanking you. You fought so many times for us.
I've tended to the people's immediate hurts, but see that they receive appropriate care as they recover.
I still can't believe you took down the Dawntrail. Just like that. You're my hero, truly. And I'm sure Mum and Dad and everyone else we lost will rest easier now that it can never hurt anyone again.
For my part, I cannot thank you enough for supporting my plan for the barrier. Not to mention that we wouldn't even have the electrope to restore it without your aid. I can't wait to see what else we can do now that the mine is back in service. Kryl. O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. Remember that, will you? Whatever shore you choose.
Of course, those words and our people will always be in my heart.
After so long without her, I had begun to forget what my sister was like. Her face, her voice, fading like the mist. All I could remember clearly was her resolve as we parted for the last time. But now I've seen her again. In you, sweetheart. Thank you for bringing her back to me. It is a joy to have met you, Kryl.
You too, Aunt Miaili.
I know your home lies far from here, but to us you'll always be family. Come and see us once in a while, won't you?
I will. My comrades have found a treatment for Levin's sickness, so I'll bring it to Treno as soon as I can.
My, you certainly have no shortage of accomplished friends. We'll await your return, my dear. Life is full of surprises when one lives in hope. Isn't that right, Delilah?
Oh. They kicked us out back here. It still feels a bit like I'm dreaming. But even should I wake, I remember it. I'll remember them. On a particular note, practical note, I am more certain than ever that Shale's work will yield vital insights into the key. I look forward to speaking with her when we arrive in Solution 9. If you don't mind— oh, no, this is Fiend. If you don't mind, might we first make our way to Resolution? Gassan will be wondering about my absence. Heavens, yes. I apologize for keeping you from your duties for so long. Think nothing of it. I was more than happy to be a part of the adventure, and Gassan will forgive me once I tell him of Treno. So how do we get back if we want to go back? Do we just... Can we not go back? Well. Huh. I guess we don't go back. It's the end of the patch! Oh, this explains much. I don't know what he sounds like. Old man, right? I wonder why I've seen neither hide nor hair of your majesty these days. May I ask where you've been? It's a long story. I think I have to voice this one. Yep. However stalwart, your companions traversing the Mist continent with no knowledge of what awaited you was extraordinarily reckless. That I can't deny, but I've availed us much. We have the opportunity to resume diplomatic relations with a longtime ally. And as I did not, in fact, come to harm, all is well as it ends well. I'm tired of your shit already. Go back to being frozen. Should you feel compelled to go on any other exertions in the future, I expect you would notify me beforehand. Of course, yes. It was remiss of me. I apologize. Tutti calls and most insistent, nonetheless. Whether you require my aid, please do not hesitate to seek it. Shale! You're back. How'd it go? Did you find the way down? Oh yeah, we did. We most definitely did. Treno. I've heard the name. Incredible that it's sheltered the Malala all this time. What's more, the mayor was able to share a story of the key from her perspective. She believes the historical documents pertaining to it are stored in Preservation's archives. They could be, though our work isn't done yet. We've made progress on the decryption. I was on my way to the containment complex to review the data what? In that case, allow me to accompany you. Though it may be incomplete, I should like to review the information available. contact you as soon as we've made some sense of it. I have to sneeze. In the meantime, might I suggest our Warrior of Light get a good night's sleep or two? You never know what manner of hellish technology will be after us next. Jesus. And Kryl, I assume you'll be wanting to familiarize yourself with the care and feeding of Porxies? Indeed. While I'm aware of the principles, I was needed elsewhere when the others were treating the Levin afflicted. I shall have to ask Y'shtola to instruct me. 'Tis the least I can do for my family. I intend to visit them whenever possible, but my home will always be here in the Source. Yay, Kryl's gonna stay with us! Woo! There's nowhere I'd rather be. We're like all besties and shut up. Music! Yippee! And that's the end of the patch! Or something. That's right, we get a bonus scene at the end. Earlier in Treno. Okay.
Now, there is much to be done. With access to the mine restored, I'd like to explore methods to expand our food production systems. I look forward to your insights.
I wasn't hallucinating.
Oh, my poor heart. I only meant to steal a glimpse while we were in the area. But our eyes definitely met, didn't they? Oh, that's not ideal. Such fearsome instincts to perceive me as a threat in an instant. But I shouldn't be surprised. It's the Source's vaunted hero, after all.
Halmerut!
Oh, dear me!
What?
Oh.
What is happening?
One need hardly be the Warrior of Light to notice you. You're far from subtle.
It's Bitch McGee.
As if the horns and scales weren't enough, you insist upon dressing for another century. Those clothes must be as old as I am.
What's his face? Calyx?
Where is your robe?
You mean the robe that practically announces me as an Ascian? Not that I don't intend to reveal that detail, but it will be at a time of my choosing. Besides, if one of us can't help but draw the eye, it's you. Oh, Calyx, how you've grown. Smaller, that is. And surprisingly cute-ish.
Put me down.
Jests aside, we will be departing the 9th all too soon. If you wish to say your goodbyes, I could find you a vessel and mold it to match your preferred presentation.
This is ridiculous.
Don't you dare. I will not debase myself by occupying a living body ever again. And in any case, to travel the rift as you do requires the shedding of one's flesh, does it not?
I apologize if I upset you. Your understanding is, in essence, correct. The magics cannot bring a vessel through the rift. Ergo, you must discard it and assume a form of pure ether until you reach the other side. However, that doesn't mean you need discard everything like so much refuse. Using fissures such as this, one can easily send small amounts of matter between reflections. Matter such as your archived memories.
All the more reason to remain as I am. At present, I could pass through a fissure myself. And as this form suffices for surveying the material realm, I see no reason to expend effort searching for a replacement. I wish only to observe. That is enough.
Very well. I shan't press. Nevertheless, odd though you may look, I would encourage you to bid farewell to those to whom you have attachment.
I don't think he does have any.
For now that you failed, unless our hero changes course, this world is doomed to die.
I had hoped to banish death from their lives. Why should it come to all, whether they will it or no? Why must any accept this burden and grief? It was never about any one person. So no, there are none with whom I would exchange fond farewells. But so long as mankind yet survives, I can hold fast to my faith. That my life's work might again bring someone's salvation.
Hold fast you must, as we press ever onward. For soon it begins, and every world shall tremble. The Winterers must be prepared to outlast the great withering to come.
What the fuck is happening?
That's your ominous prediction, is it?
No, it's nature's proclamation. Can't you hear it? It echoes in the silence, left by the will of the star.
Oh god, not this. Wither blows, fates, will, wandering, will, for gray clouds presence, winter's chill. Oh good, it was only one line. I hate that text. That hurts my eyes every time. I can't believe they stuck with it all these years. They're just like, yeah, it's fine. And I'm like, my eyes! Oh! I'm dying! Fuck! At the end of every patch, at the end of every expansion, you gotta murder me eyeballs. Okay. What the fuck? What did I just watch? We've been knowing Calyx was still alive. Now we have a face-ish, because, you know, they like to change their faces, to our Ascian. Now, obviously not a complete Ascian, like, as in, like, Emmett, or Elidibus, or La Habre. Because, though, I just feel like we would know. Right? But also, so she's gotta be, like, Van Daniel, right? She was incomplete. Right? She doesn't have all her pieces. Although, couldn't she just go get them? I don't know how it works. Maybe they have to be willing? Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Point is, wouldn't she know, though, as an Ascian, having her memories from being an Ascian? Right? What did she... excuse me. Want to stop Calyx, because Calyx goes against the nature of everything, right? Like, it disrupts the ether flow, it disrupts everything, and the whole thing was, like, with Elidibus, and especially Emmett, was like, we have to put it back the way it was before, right? And if you fuck up, like, dying was natural and was welcomed in Ascian society. So why would an Ascian want to help someone trying to stop that? That's more of a Fan Daniel. Oh, what if she's like a recruit from like Fan Daniel when he was like, you know, an Ascian, partial Ascian, where he was like, yeah, I don't care what Emmett has to say because I want it all destroyed because, you know, his whole thing was everything's awful. What's the point? And then what if she was like, wow, everything is awful. What if we just tried to stop it from being awful? She's a bad guy. Not necessarily. Just because you're an Ascian doesn't mean you're necessarily like the bad guy. It's kind of been drilled in our heads that the Ascians are trying to put the world back to where it was before it got sundered, but the problem with that is you would, like, end up killing a lot of people, and their lives matter, and blah, blah, blah. Which is whatever. Like, Emmett would be willing to sacrifice everyone's life to put it back together because he doesn't see them as people. They're just part of people, and once we put them back together, they'll be real people. Where Fan Daniel is way worse, in my opinion, because he's literally like, nah, just kill everything. I don't give a shit. It's all doomed anyways. Fuck it. So you have, like, the group who wants to put it all back the way it was and doesn't see anyone who gets in their way as people because they're just fractions of people that already existed and got split into 14 pieces. You got Fan Daniel who's like, everything's doomed anyways, fuck it, we'll destroy it, and it's his fault all that shit happened anyways. He made a depressed bird. And then we got this new group, which could be the result of Fan Daniel's extremism to go the extreme opposite way, which leaves the first group just on its own. So you have the Fan Daniel group who's like, fuck it, kill it all, and we have this new group who might be, no, why should we have to suffer? Save it all. They might be in the same mindset of Fan Daniel, that we shouldn't embrace death, even though it is a natural flow of ether, but rather, instead of killing everyone, because what's the point, it's we should save everyone, instead of anyone being subjected to this fake harmony and happiness. Because the whole thing about the Ascians was they had a society where everyone was happy. It was supposed to be a utopian, which we all know has a dystopian side, and Fan Daniel was the dystopian side. Everyone was like okay with everything, but Fan Daniel was literally like, but they're my friend, why do they have to die? Why can't they stay forever? And then he finds out, like, everything's dying and everything's doomed and everything's awful out there beyond their own planet, so what's the fucking point? He's a nihilist. Which, to say he's the only one who ever felt bad under the utopian guise would probably be false. Usually you're not the only one, you're not that special, right? So there had to have been other Ascians of the time before everything went to shit because of Fandaniel that were also feeling the same way. They just didn't create birds to go out into the universe to find out everything was shit. But they probably also were like, wow, I don't actually agree with this system. Why do we have to die? Why not just stay alive forever? Now, the reason why the Ascians would volunteer ending their eternal life is because the ether needs to be restored, and it's a cycle of ether recycling, right? You have to go back to the earth so your ether can replenish the earth, right? And then you'll get reborn again. They were willingly giving into the system of reincarnation, practically, to make sure that the ether supply kept going and not stagnant. But when you're born, it's not like you have memories of the past life you lived, so... But most of society was like, yeah, well, we don't want the planet to die, and we want ether to continue to cycle through, because, you know, that's the natural way of things. And Fandaniel was like, why do my friends got to die? That's not fair. And he got all satty. He was upsetty spaghetti. And then took it out on everyone and destroyed everything. So... there's got to be the other side, which I guess Calyx isn't an Ascian, but his viewpoints might align with the other side extremists, Ascians that are on the other side of Fandaniel's extremism. So it would make sense. And then you just got poor Emmett. He's just like in there like, I just want to put it all back together. And the other two extremes are like, what was together was awful. Fuck it, burn it down. Destroy it all! No wonder Elidibus was like kind of going crazy at the end, not being able to remember shit. Poor man. Yeah, it actually I know people are like, oh, can we be done with the Ascians? One of my friends is definitely like that, but if my theories are correct, right, I actually find this, to make their story more compelling because it gives it more depth, that not everyone was on board with the big names or with the system or the utopia, and I like that. I like it a lot. I like having factions and not everything is going as well as they think. Also, my that also means that Ascian that's working with Calyx would see Calyx and everyone else as people, and not fractions of people, which goes against what Emmett was doing. He was like, you're not even ants. You are a 14th of a person. I'm gonna put these 14 pieces together to make you an actual person. You're a hand and you're a foot. Just gotta put you together. He saw it as a problem to be solved. So, but I still have the theory that the Ascians, like Emmett and Elidibus, didn't exactly know what the fuck they were doing when trying to put everything back together, which is why the knife still exists, even though it shouldn't. So yeah. But we're gonna stop here. I've yapped enough about this. Those are my theories that, about the deeper lore. About the immediate, what's gonna happen next, I have no fucking idea. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into that Ascian and Calyx. I don't know. Maybe we'll probably figure out how the key works or some shit. So probably figure out the key works. Face some pushback. 0.5 will get us to setting off into a new world or something. I don't know. But yeah. Alright, we're gonna end it here. I think I've yapped quite a bit. Not that long of a stream, just 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's not bad. I thought it was gonna be much longer because I didn't do that much. But it was a lot of cutscenes with voice acting, so I didn't have to do that much, which was nice. Alright, but I'm gonna call it. I will see you all next week unless I get horribly worse in being sick, which I really hope I don't. I think I will, but you never know. But yeah. So next week, don't ask me what I'm playing. I don't know. But I'll see you then. Bye, everyone.